Welcome to Healthier Daily. I am Dr. Ben Carter. I want to start today with a question that might sound a little frightening, but it is the most important question you can ask after age 60. Do you feel stronger when you wake up in the morning, or do you feel weaker? Ideally, sleep is when we heal. It is when we recharge. But for millions of seniors, sleep has become the most dangerous part of the day. There is a biological process called nocturnal catabolism. In plain English, this means nighttime cannibalism. While you are sleeping, if your body does not have the right nutrients, it starts to eat its own muscle tissue to keep your heart beating and your lungs breathing. You are literally waking up with less muscle than you had when you went to bed. This is why you feel frail. This is why you feel empty in the morning. But here is the good news. You can flip that switch. You can turn your sleep from a time of destruction into a time of construction. The medical establishment will tell you to just take a multivitamin, but that is lazy advice. You do not need a random handful of pills. You need a specific team of nutrients to do a specific job. To help us understand this, Dr. Hinohara is here with a philosophy that explains exactly what is happening to your body at night.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Yes, cannibalism is a scary word, but it is just a lack of supplies. I ask my patients to imagine their body as a magnificent bridge. This bridge has been standing for 60, 70, or 80 years. It is strong. But every single day, heavy traffic drives over it, the wind blows, the rain falls. This causes tiny cracks in the concrete and rust on the steel. Now, during the day, we cannot fix the bridge because the traffic is too busy. So we wait for the night. When you go to sleep, we close the bridge. This is when the maintenance crew is supposed to come out. But here is the tragedy for most seniors. The crew shows up, but the trucks are empty. They have no steel. They have no cement. They have no welding torches. So what happens? They cannot fix the cracks. They go home. And the next morning, the traffic starts again, and the cracks get a little bit bigger. Eventually, the bridge becomes unsafe. Today, we are going to show you how to load the trucks. We are not just giving you vitamins. We are hiring the night shift construction crew.
That is the perfect way to see it. The opponent's video gave you a long list of 7 different pills. It is overwhelming. It causes pill fatigue. We are going to simplify this. We are going to organize those nutrients into the 3 specialist teams you need to hire before bed. Team number 1 is the architects. These are the vitamins that tell your body where to build. Team number 2 is the electricians. They fix the nerves and the energy. And team number 3 is the welders. They seal the cracks and protect the steel. By the end of this video, you will have a simple bedtime protocol to ensure your bridge gets stronger every single night. Before we hire the first team, I want to hear from you. Do you wake up feeling stiff and weak? Do you feel like your bridge is shaking? Please type the words night shift in the comments below if you are ready to start rebuilding. And if you are ready to stop the decline and start the repair now, is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. Let us get to work.
Welcome back. We are standing on the bridge at midnight. The traffic has stopped. It is time for the repairs to begin. The first crew we need to hire is the most important one. Before you can pour concrete, you need a plan. You need someone to tell the workers where the cracks are. You need the architects. And you need someone to direct the materials. If the cement trucks dump their load in the middle of the river instead of on the bridge, it is a disaster. You need traffic police.
That is exactly right. And in the human body, these two roles are played by vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. Let us start with the architect vitamin D3. Most people think this is just for bones. But as the opponent's video mentioned, it is actually a hormone. It is the master switch that turns on your body's repair genes. Without vitamin D3, the workers your cells do not have the blueprints. They stand around doing nothing. The University of Zurich studies showed that seniors with optimal D3 levels had 37% more leg strength. Why? Because the architect was on site giving orders. But here is the catch. Vitamin D3 calls for materials. It calls for calcium. And calcium is tricky. Calcium is like wet cement. If you pour it in the wrong place, like in your arteries or your heart valves, it hardens and causes a blockage. That is a heart attack. We want the cement in the bridge, the bones, not in the river, the blood.
This is where vitamin K2 comes in. It is the traffic police. Vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, grabs the calcium and directs it away from the soft tissues and into the bone matrix. It ensures the repair happens in the right spot. I remember the story of Margaret, the 72-year-old teacher from the research. She was taking calcium supplements for her bones, but she was worried about her heart. She was stiff. We added vitamin K2 to her nightly routine. Within months, her stiffness reduced. Her bones got stronger. Why? Because she finally had a traffic officer directing the cement to the cracks, not the joints.
This is the most important synergy in nutrition. You should almost never take D3 without K2. And there is one rule for this crew. They need fat. Both D3 and K2 are fat soluble. If you take them with plain water on an empty stomach, they slide right through you. You must take them with a small snack, maybe a spoonful of yogurt, or a few nuts to unlock the gate so they can get to work.
So Crew 1 is hired. The architect has the plans. The traffic police are directing the trucks. But the trucks cannot move if the power lines are down. The lights on the bridge are flickering. We need to fix the electrical grid. Welcome back. We are on the bridge. Crew 1 has arrived. The concrete is being poured in the right places. The structure's getting stronger. But now, we try to turn on the lights on the bridge and they flicker. The power is surging. The wires are sparking. In your body, these sparks are leg cramps. The flickering lights are tingling and numbness. Your electrical grid is faulty. We need the electricians.
That is the perfect description. And the first and most critical electrician is magnesium. We call magnesium the master switch. Think about it. Why do you get a cramp at night? It is because your muscle contracted turned on, but forgot how to relax turn off. Calcium is the on switch. Magnesium is the off switch. Without magnesium, the switch gets stuck on. The muscle locks up. That is the pain. Taking magnesium glycinate before bed flips the switch to off. It tells your entire nervous system to power down and rest.
But, Dr. Ben, even if the switch works, what if the wires are bare? What if the insulation has rubbed off? This is where we need vitamin B12.
Exactly. B12 is the wire insulation. Every nerve in your body is wrapped in a protective coating called myelin. As we age, this coating wears thin. The wires get exposed. The signal leaks. This causes that pins and needles feeling or the heavy leg weakness. Vitamin B12, specifically methylcobalamin, rebuilds that insulation. It makes the signal strong and clear again. And we cannot forget the fuel mixer. This is vitamin B6. B6 takes the protein you ate for dinner and turns it into the actual building blocks for the new muscle. Without B6, you have the materials, but you can't mix them.
So this is Crew 2. Magnesium relaxes the muscles so they can rest. B12 insulate the nerves so they can signal. B6 mixes the fuel for repair. I remember Harold, the 72-year-old plumber. He had cramps every night. His wires were sparking. We gave him magnesium glycinate and B12. 2 weeks later, the sparks stopped. The lights stayed steady. He slept through the night for the first time in years.
So the structure is sound. The electricity is safe. But there is one final danger on the bridge, even if we fix the cracks. What about the rust? What about the invisible damage from the wind and the rain stress and aging? We need to seal the bridge. We need the welders.
Welcome back. Our bridge is coming together. Crew 1, D3, and K2 has poured the concrete and directed the traffic. Crew 2, Magnesium, B12, B6, has fixed the electrical grid and turned off the alarms. The bridge is functional, but it is exposed. Every night, oxidative rust attacks the steel beams. Every night, tiny micro tears appear in the concrete. If we do not seal these cracks and rust-proof the beams, the bridge will degrade by morning. We need the welders.
This is the job of our final 2 vitamins, vitamin C and vitamin E. Let's start with vitamin E. Think of this as the anti-rust coating. Your muscle cells have a delicate outer membrane, the skin of the cell. At night, free radicals attack this membrane, trying to punch holes in it. Vitamin E embeds itself into that membrane and acts like a shield. It stops the rust. It keeps the cell intact. The University of Arkansas study was clear. Seniors taking vitamin E before bed had significantly less muscle damage in the morning. They woke up with their armor still on.
And then we need the glue, the mortar that holds the bricks together.
This is vitamin C. Most people think of C for immunity, but for muscles, it is the collagen builder. Collagen is the connective tissue that holds your muscle fibers together. Without vitamin C, your body literally cannot make collagen. The fibers fall apart. This is why the Oregon State study showed a 25% drop in collagen synthesis with just a mild deficiency. Taking vitamin C at night is like sending a welder to seal every crack in the bridge before the sun comes up. So with Crew 3, you are rust-proofing with vitamin E, sealing cracks with vitamin C.
Now the bridge is complete. The structure is sound. The lights are on. The surface is sealed. The bridge is ready for traffic. But, Dr. Ben, my patients often ask me, do I have to take 7 different pills every night? That is too much. And they are right. That is pill fatigue. We need a nightly ritual, a simple way to combine these crews so you don't feel like a pharmacy. Welcome back. We have assembled our 3 magnificent crews. We have the architects D3 and K2. We have the electricians MG B12 B6. We have the welders C and E. But now we face a practical problem. You are standing in your bathroom looking at 7 different bottles. You feel overwhelmed. You think I cannot swallow all these pills every single night. This is called pill fatigue, and it is the one reason seniors stop their supplements.
That is why we have created the bedside ritual. We are going to streamline this process so it feels like self-care, not a chore. Step 1. The fat-soluble snack. Remember, D3, K2, and E need fat to work. About 1 hour before bed, have a small healthy snack. A spoonful of nut butter, almond, or peanut, or a few slices of avocado. Take your vitamin D3, vitamin K2, and vitamin E right then. While you are unlocking the gate with fat, you are letting the architects and rust proofers in before you sleep. Step 2. The water-soluble sip. These are your B vitamins, B12 and B6 and vitamin C. They need water, not fat. Take these with a small glass of water right after your snack. Pro tip, use a sublingual B12 under the tongue. It bypasses your stomach acid and goes straight to the nerves. It tastes like a tiny candy. Step 3. The Master Switch Nightcap. This is your magnesium. Take this 30 minutes before bed, ideally with a warm cup of herbal tea like chamomile or just warm water. This is the signal to your body. The work is done. Turn off the lights. Do not take this with calcium dairy as they fight for absorption. Take it alone.
This simple rhythm, snack, sip, nightcap, spreads the nutrients out. You are not choking down pills. You are feeding the crews in the order they arrive. First, the fat-soluble team. Then the water-soluble team. Then the final switch. And remember, consistency is the key. You cannot fix a bridge in one night. But if you send the crews out every night for 3 months, you will wake up one morning and realize the swaying has stopped. The creaking is gone. The bridge is solid.
So let's take a step back. We started this video with a terrifying concept, nocturnal cannibalism. The idea that your body is eating its own muscle to survive the night. The opponent's video gave you a list of 7 vitamins. But now you have the night shift protocol. You have a structural plan to stop the destruction and start the building. Let's review your maintenance crews one last time. Crew 1, the architect's vitamin D3 and K2. They bring the blueprints and direct the calcium to the bones, not the arteries. Crew 2, the electricians, magnesium, B12, B6. They flip the master switch to relax the muscles and insulate the nerves so the signal is clear. Crew 3, the welders' vitamins C and E. They seal the cracks in the concrete and rust-proof the steel beams against age.
This is the difference between getting older and decaying. A bridge does not fall down because it is old. It falls down because the maintenance stopped. When you hire these crews every night, you are stopping the decay. You are turning sleep back into what it was meant to be, a time of restoration. And I promise you this, if you stick to the bedside ritual for 3 months, there will come a morning when you wake up differently. You will put your feet on the floor and they will feel solid. You will stand up and you won't need to hold the nightstand. You will feel heavy with strength, not heavy with fatigue. That is the new morning.
That is the goal. Strength is not a memory. It is a biological process you can turn back on. If this bridge maintenance metaphor finally made sense of vitamins for you, please do us a great favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who are waking up weaker every day. And please share this video. We all have a friend who takes a random handful of pills but doesn't know why. Send them this owner's manual. It could save their bridge. If you are not yet part of our Healthier Daily community, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are committed to bringing you these deep dive science-backed systems every single week. And for our final foreman's question, Which crew do you think your body is missing the most right now? Is it the architect's structure, the electrician's, nerves, cramps, or the welder's repair? We would love to read your diagnosis in the comments below. And as always, a final critical reminder. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Vitamin interactions are real. Vitamin K2 can interact with blood thinners like warfarin. Magnesium can interact with certain antibiotics or blood pressure meds. You must show your list of supplements to your doctor or pharmacist to ensure they are safe for you.
Thank you for joining us. Your body is the only house you have to live in. Maintain it well. Be wise. Be strong. Be well.